So next up, Pete Dunne came out. No, spoiler. Pat McAfee came out with the new tag team champions. Pat McAfee cut another one of his just phenomenally great promos. I can listen to Pat McAfee go for 30 minutes. I felt like I did tonight, and I wasn't opposed to it. So, he came down to the ring, and he claimed that McAfee, first off, McAfee buried the fans and the dirt sheets in that regard, and started talking about Adam Cole, and he was saying that, I'm upset that I lost to Adam Cole, but I couldn't really come down here and take out Adam Cole and deal with him the way I really wanted to, so I needed a little help. He claimed that he was unable to come back and handle things, so he called up somebody, that he thought could get the job done, and he called Ridge Holland. He said, "Hey, buddy, how much would it cost for me to, hire you?" And Ridge said, "Well, I don't want your money. I just need a car." So he said, "What kind of car do you want?" And he bought him a Mercedes. And that is why Ridge Holland attacked Adam Cole back at TakeOver. He said, "Well, that was the most expensive mistake I've ever made because, we then watched Ridge Holland bust his leg into 700 pieces like 3 days later." McAfee then said that he tried to recruit Birch and Lorcan, and he actually did. They turned him down at first, though, until they lost to the Undisputed Era. Then, they came back to him and made a deal to align with McAfee. This is when Kyle O'Reilly would interrupt and march down to the ring, seemingly on his own, before the music of Pete Dunne would hit. Pete Dunne would make his big surprise return to NXT and presumably come to help Kyle O'Reilly. Pete Dunne and Kyle O'Reilly jumped up on the apron, and Dunne, who was holding 2 steel chairs, handed one to Kyle. The two got into the ring, as well the tag champs and Pat McAfee feigned off. Then, it was Seth Rollins tacking the Shield all over again, because as Pat McAfee and Birch and Lorcan got out of the ring, Kyle O'Reilly got closer to that side of the ring, but Pete Dunne stayed in the middle of the ring, and when the two were not side by side anymore, Dunne would hit Kyle O'Reilly with the chair. And my first thought was, holy shit, they're paying off a 3-year-old storyline. Holy crap, they're tying this in to a fucking 3-year-old storyline when when Pete Dunne was screwed by the Undisputed Era. If you don't remember, in 2017, Pete Dunne was teaming with Roderick Strong, and they were feuding with the Undisputed Era, where in the end, Roddy turned on Pete Dunne and joined the Undisputed Era. Well, now, aligned with Pat McAfee, Oney Lorcan, and Danny Burch, Pete Dunne is going to get that actual revenge on the Undisputed Era now. Now, I know you can say, well, they did War Games, and he was on the team with who was it? I think Ricochet and... Hold on, let me double back really fast. Can't remember exactly who was on that other team. I know it was Undisputed Era. It was Undisputed Era versus... Yeah, I was right. Oh, no. Hold on. Pete Dunne wasn't in that first War Games match. I forgot about that, actually. I'm wrong. Yes, Justin says it was Dunne, Ricochet, and War Raiders, but that was the second War Games. Hold on. We're looking some stuff up. So, when Roderick Strong aligned with... Okay, so it was the second War Games. I'm completely wrong. Okay. We got this now. I was thinking this was 2017. This is 2018 that this all went down. So it was Pete Dunne, Ricochet, and the War Raiders against the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong. So in 2017, he turned on... Roderick Strong turned on Pete Dunne. But then in 2018 is when we got the big War Games match, the Pete Dunne, Ricochet, War Raiders deal. So anyways, they're playing off a 3-year-old storyline where Pete Dunne, yes, he was in that War Games, but he's going to now finally get that revenge. I mean, you can say he did get revenge because he won that War Games match against Undisputed Era, but I think this is going to be even more bittersweet revenge, because if I'm predicting that this goes to War Games again. War Games was supposed to take place the night before Survivor Series, but it had been, quote-unquote, possibly moved. If we can get War Games in November or December, and it is Undisputed Era versus Pat McAfee, Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch, and Pete Dunne, I think that could be fun as hell. And you can beat the Undisputed Era and move them up to the main roster. Move them up to SmackDown, in my opinion, is where I think they should go. I think this can lead to another War Games match and possibly lead to finally riding Undisputed Era off of NXT and moving them to the main roster, maybe in January. But anyways, like I stated, Pete Dunne did attack Kyle O'Reilly with a chair, and the heels beat him down and stood over him. Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch gave him an assisted draping DDT onto a chair that Pat McAfee set up. And there you go. I don't know when the other members of Undisputed Era are going to be back or how long this plays out to, but we do know that there's no takeover in November, at least from the last I heard. And so maybe in December we get War Games. I think the issue is they're trying to secure a venue that they can run fans with in December. And so maybe that's when we get the announcement of War Games, when they get a venue that they can run with fans. Because War Games ain't going to fit in the Capitol Wrestling Center. No.